Previously on Unranked.
Tuna, you know how Chris always says like he becomes the snack man when he's stoned? I saw the snack man in full force.
Cometh.
Every opportunity we had, we stopped for food. We had a Ronto wrap. Then we immediately went to the cantina, got drinks. We had more food at the cantina. We had a full meal later on at the Docking Bay 7
Docking
or
Bay,
whatever.
yeah. Both of the restaurants in Star Wars are really good.
Are actually really
It's amazing.
good. Yeah, the food we had there was great. We got a pretzel at one point, and then
Oh,
literally
that pretzel.
as we're heading out of the park, we pass like ye old candy shoppy, and Chris just goes, "Let's go take a look at that." And next thing I know, we're in line for ice cream. We had so much food; it was crazy.
You know, when we do Lads Week, we can get some
Lads
footage and
Week. Holy shit!
I'm sorry.
We've expanded it. I mean, look, I'm good.
Lads Week would be fucking sick.
Yeah.
Actually, lads, like 4 days would be good. I feel like by day 5,
Lads long
see ya.
weekend. Lads long weekend.
We can get some. We can film something for the intro. We could do that. Get a better. Because right now it's just clips of stuff.
Right.
I like it. I like it. Anyway. Yes,
hey, what's up?
Improved.
Episode 433, Unranked Podcast. Christian Humes.
I think the Unranked intro theme is iconic. Write in if you think that it's iconic. If you put it up there with like Mario's theme, the Smash theme,
it is pretty good.
Star Wars opening. I think it's up there.
Wow.
Yeah. I would put it as my ringtone when we don't do the show anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like
Will
right now, it feels like a
when
weird.
that happens?
Oh, I have the best ringtone. By the way, Alex Marinello and Tom Caswell here on the show.
Hello.
I actually have a great ringtone for the first time ever. So now I like to leave my phone's ringtone on, which is, I mean, it's been the early 2010s since like the last time I wanted. Yeah. Like, remember when people like I think I jailbroke my phone to be able to set like special text tones at one point or something because you couldn't do that. And now it's like, who even wants that kind of a thing? I'll be honest with you. I actually don't even know how what is that under sounds? Okay, here it is. So it starts out as the normal ringtone.
Can't really hear it.
Really? That's shocking.
No, couldn't hear it at all.
That's wild. Hold on.
No. I mean, oh, okay.
I mean, yeah.
It's really trying to suppress that.
That's like really good audio suppression.
Yeah.
I'm actually just impressed by that. I couldn't believe that.
Until you held it right up to the mic, it was like you'd get blips of it, but most of it was being,
That's actually amazing.
Yeah.
Elgato Wave 3 and Zoom, apparently, great noise suppression.
Yep.
Top tier. I mean, to be fair, when we switched to Zoom, I finally was able to stop. I used to have to do noise suppression to you guys. Remember, like when we would send the individual tracks and I would have to, it would take so long to edit the show because everyone's audio was bad. There'd be like ACs on and fans blowing into it. Zoom, all your audio needs.
All your audio needs.
How's everybody doing?
Good. Glad to be here.
It's time for today's Pokemon. Pokemon 433. Alex, who is it?
It is Chingling.
Whoa.
Clang clang.
I don't know if I like this Pokemon.
Is this the keys one? Hang on.
The keys? No, this is like the Polar Express Bell one.
I want to shout out. I want to thank you, Google. I know that you have been doing terrible work over there with your AI tools, but you've put Bulbapedia at the top of the Google search. where it was previously in third place behind.
Oh, it's in third on mine still.
It's in first.
Maybe you have new Google. You have AI Google, maybe.
I have new Google.
You got
Look,
Google?
If AI wants to learn that I want Bulbapedia at the top of Google and it automatically puts Bulbapedia at the top of Google over Pokemon Database and Cerebi, fine. You can have the world. You can have my job. As long as Bulbapedia is at the top of the search, I'm happy.
Lightest.
I don't need anything else.
It's the lightest baby Pokemon. And is the only baby Pokemon that is absent from Sword and Shield.
Really wants me to put it on my team. It really makes me want to put it on my team. Hey, not only is it a baby, it's the lightest baby. Yeah, got nothing really to say.
No, I think
type,
this is going low.
Ooh, psychic.
Here's the thing: you have to remember it's psychic type. We're not gonna give it points for its evolution. I do think the evolution is good, but you don't get points necessarily for the evolution. No. I know that's what I'm saying, but I just want to point out, like,
wait, but the evolution isn't even up next. The evolution's a while away. Oh no, the evolution. Wait, what?
We
already did it.
Yeah, this is a pre-evolution.
Oh, this is even worse. This is a pre-evolution.
Pre-evolution.
God, it's even
here's
worse.
The thing is like, I mean, you know what I should have done? I should have went back and thought and seen what we said about that Pokemon. But if I recall, I think that we liked it, like the idea of the bell with the psychic. However, this bell, I agree. It's like what you put on like your cat's collar. Like, this is not.
No, it stinks.
This sucks.
Yeah,
I agree. Let's get some facts.
Yeah, so Chingling may be a combination of chime, jingling, and ling, the common suffix to denote something that is small or immature.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to fight you on this unless you're thinking about putting this up towards the top of the list.
Well, let's find out something interesting about this bell-shaped Pokemon.
Well, Tuna, real quick before we get to that, go back to the name origin.
Okay, I literally just clicked out.
Yeah, I know.
Say
it again. Just say it again.
Chingling.
Yep. No. The whole sentence.
The whole sentence?
Yeah, say it again.
Yeah, read the sentence.
Yeah, give me a second. I gotta scroll fucking down to it. Chingling.
Yep.
May be a combination of chime, jingling, and ling. Common suffix to denote something that is small or immature.
What do you think that middle word is?
Jingling.
Click on it. Tom, click on it.
Tom.
What? Jingling.
It's jingling with a hard G.
Jingling.
Because I looked at it, I was like, I thought to myself, I was like, what the fuck's a jingling?
Jingling.
Oh my god. Guardian down. That's good. Okay, let's get some
Well, this Pokemon gave me an excruciating headache when it seemingly cried out without making a sound. Perhaps there are some sounds that the human ear is simply incapable of hearing. It's from Pokemon Legends Arceus. Still not great.
Okay.
No.
Is it ears meant to be like blow up balloons? No.
No,
I think it's almost like a string
ribbon
or a rope.
Okay.
It's a ribbon, dude. Jesus Christ! It's where the ribbon goes through the. It's an ornament. It's where the fucking.
Oh, okay, sure. The only thing I like about it design wise is its mouth, like it having.
No.
Yeah, it's kind of cute.
That's good.
No, don't even give it. No.
Okay. So where are you thinking then?
Low
on the list. Low.
Real low.
I think I know exactly where I would put it.
Okay.
I would put it at the new 41.
Yep. Chris,
right below
two
Cherry.
mines. Two mines. Two mines with a bullet where it
right
goes.
above Gastrodon, right below Cherry.
Yep.
Tuna,
what were you thinking?
No, I'm good. I told you I wasn't gonna fight you unless you decided to put it like in the top 20. So I'm good where you put it. I don't even need to look at the list.
It's a bit of a throwaway Pokemon, but at least
I'm
they gave
throwing
it a
it.
cute design. You know,
It's
like
thrown away. Nope.
That's all I'm looking at with this Pokemon. So that's
Mhm.
why I'm putting it above. Like, I don't want the fucking worms. You know, like I like it more than the worms and the moth. Like that shit sucks. And the slug, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
not anything else.
Yeah.
All right, great. New 41. Boom. We're in. We're almost at 50.
It's
We're
insane.
gonna be done with this gen pretty soon.
Time flying.
Hey.
Time flying.
Pretty soon. All right, let's get into it. What's up, boys?
What have we been up to?
What have you been up to? Destiny. Playing a
I mean,
little Destiny.
you had a weekend. We're gonna talk about. Let's talk about Destiny. We could talk about Destiny first. But you had a Father's Day.
Yeah, it's fine.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, thanks. I
Honestly,
got
his Juneteenth was more eventful.
yeah, yeah. Went to the pool. Yeah,
So
Father's Day, we just, still too young to really even understand that it's, I mean, she said Happy Father's Day, which was nice, but she don't understand all the things I've done for her so far, all the money I've spent, all the sacrifices I've made already. She don't care.
Do you think she's
You
gonna
went-
think about that in the future Father's Days? Is that what you
No,
think
I think
about?
we won't get to that until like she's in her 30s. And I
That's
get like
true.
I get like a call or a text, or we have like a heart to heart one night. And she's like, Dad, looking back on it, you were terrible.
You
It
were
might be one of
terrible.
those. It
Absentee
might be one of
father
those.
in the
Absentee
basement.
father. You're always playing video games with those two assholes from your stupid unranked podcast.
You just took her to the pool.
Should know that.
Yeah, she doesn't know anything right now.
It's bullshit. You just
Yeah.
be like, go listen to this. I talk about you every week.
Yeah. She's gonna say, yeah, I've listened to it, and you complain about me all the time. So
You literally said I don't have kids multiple times.
Yeah, I said that.
So yeah, I mean, what do you guys? What are we thinking? What do we like Father's Day? Do we not like
Let's
Father's
just talk
Day?
about Destiny because he's so itching to talk about Destiny that anything else we talk about, he doesn't even want to talk about himself. That's how much
Crazy.
he wants to talk about Destiny.
Oh,
Because
know.
that's a good point. That's a good point.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Alex, take it away.
Yeah.
Let's
So
talk. We've
Destiny,
been playing a lot of fucking Destiny
we've
too.
been playing a lot of
have.
Destiny. I gotta tell you, Destiny's got its hooks in me. It is so addicting. They've really, really figured out that dopamine loop. I mean, they really have. They've done a fantastic job of doing this. And the sounds,
Despite it driving us crazy every
despite it
5
driving us
minutes.
crazy.
Yeah.
So the campaign is complete. We are now going on the legendary campaign, the three of us. We are up to the electricity guy. I don't even know his name.
Electricity guy.
I don't even know his
Pillar of
name.
devotion, I think, is
What?
it's
The
the second.
CEO.
The CEO
Yeah, we call him
is
the
Chris.
CEO. Yeah,
The
Chris has
the pilot.
nicknames.
Under
Yeah,
the pilot is the two
right. The
mini
subjugators are the
bosses.
pilots.
Yeah.
And then the flight attendants.
All the
scion.
attendants.
Yeah, the attending
The
scions.
only
or
one that
something.
actually made any sense.
Yeah, no, this is good. The electric guy, CEOs, flight attendants, pilots, it's all good.
Yeah.
So
We're raiding Boeing.
yeah. So
They'll be on
the
our ass.
legendary campaign has been going pretty, I would say, smoothly for a legendary campaign.
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are dying, and yes, it's taking us a while to get through
A
certain
lot.
parts, but we hit a wall yesterday with the CEO
Yep.
guy, with the electric guy.
This is the penultimate part of the So yeah. So
I don't know if it's the penultimate.
It's the last. It is. It's the last boss of the penultimate mission.
Of the penultimate mission, but it's not the
Yes.
last boss we're going to face before the whole witness. Because we still have the
could be.
ogre where we got to go into the other places, and we have to deal with the fact that there's air that's going to be toxic and trying to kill us for 30 seconds. And I'm sure the three of us are going to be running around like idiots trying to figure this out to solve this puzzle. So anyway, all right. That aside,
Say something good about it.
yeah, the guns are awesome, the abilities are awesome, everything is awesome, the whole thing, the game is awesome. Game's awesome. I'm having a ton of fun. I'm addicted. I can't wait to play again. I'm itching to play. We failed the electricity boss last night. We got him. we called it quits last night. We couldn't do it.
Broke my
And
heart.
We did take one last rally.
We did, Chris. I commend you for that because that last one we left it off of, I was like, you know what? I'm satisfied with that attempt. We really fucking were in tune, and it was just like a last minute. So I'm glad that we did that last one. My favorite part of attempting this mission was when Tuna had lost it, and he was just like, "Bungie, we're doing our best."
He was like, I don't know what they want from me. I'm
yeah.
trying as hard as I can. It's just not
Yeah.
fair.
It was so funny. Just so many funny
The turning
deaths.
point for us last night on this one mission is there's the big boss who you have to do all this other shit to take him down. We like getting up to him. You basically have to do the fight twice. The first time we get up to him, like we were like, we cannot have wasted a single death yet because we can each only revive each other once. And we finally got a new strategy. I think the new strategy, like we're able to like kind of hide out when we fight him. It's a bitch move, but it works.
Look, you got to do bitch moves when you play Destiny. There's just not
the game. Thing was part of the game.
Yeah,
I like that
the
we
game
have...
has bitch moves. You know what I mean? Like the game pulls its own bitch moves, so you have to pull counter bitch moves.
That's a good point. They do pull their own bitch moves. That's a good point.
I like that we have so like we have like a very strong strategy there. Like we go to the left, Alex uses his super first, then we go to the right, then Tom does it. Then we got to make it through the center. Alex has a job and Tom and I have a job. Then I use my super, and then hopefully Alex is back at like we have it. And that was where it's literally you make one mistake.
Oh, you make one mistake, it's over.
That's it. It unraveled.
Well,
it was one mistake. It unraveled.
Because you died.
You have to be able to get to the last part.
Yeah, it's like it sets off a domino, so it's not immediate like game over. But like if someone makes a mistake, that forces someone else to have to like step out of their role and like, or stuff like this. It's funny because like,
and you're very vulnerable the whole time.
I was thinking about like how a lot of people are saying that the campaign is the most like the raid and dungeon content like ever because it has these puzzles, right? But I also think like it really pushes you to strategize in a way where you're constantly communicating. Like Chris is calling out because him and I are on clearing ads, right? We're taking out care of the minions while Tuna's focusing on the boss. And Chris or I, if we get our eyes on the ads, we'll just be like, ads, cool. We're locked in. Like we're moving in sync. And so I think it's also that level of it. And that's why it's like so much fun, because when it works and it pays off and you get to that next stage, you're like, holy shit.
Oh, I told you the dopamine like cycle.
When we kill this motherfucker,
it's gonna be, that's why last night I was like, I'm gonna sleep good tonight if we kill this fucking boss right now on this last run. But he had this like electricity field that if you're concentrating on something else, it is easy to miss that you're in this electricity field that's going to kill you in a second. So last night we had it, and I was getting my prismatic bar filled, and as that was happening, he surrounded me in electricity that I didn't see until it was too late, and that was it, and that was the end, because we worked that run, we were killing it.
We had it.
That was it.
Absolutely,
we had it. We had it, unless some weird shit happened, by the end.
It
did. Right. But yeah, I noticed we had died. Chris and I had died more than you, but we each had died like 60 something times. So yeah,
I think we may have hit 70.
I mean, look, Destiny is
that was the whole match, by the way, not just the boss.
Yeah, that was the whole match. But Destiny is a very exciting
50
game.
of them at least.
At least 50 with the boss.
Guns are great. Look, I have no idea what's going on.
Including some suicides. We did a lot of like, oh, we immediately died. Let's wipe. So, yeah, but still, it's a lot. Guns are great.
It's funny.
These new guns are great as well.
The new guns are great. The call is amazing. I definitely got a good roll on that. Got Demolitionist and One for All on that, if anyone cares about Destiny. So the other thing is that we also are going to try to do the raid.
I have Friday night and Sunday night Like I have Friday and Sunday.
Okay, cool.
I can
Excellent.
play,
I'm gonna book
Okay.
those two.
which is
You
why
gotta
we
book
can't
it.
play tonight because
He's
the
booking.
thing, because here's the thing, like
Yep.
it's kind of like with doing the podcast, you guys have to give up your Thursday nights. Whereas like I finish at 8 and you're like, oh, it'd be so nice to be done at 8. But also then you wouldn't be able to have dinner, which Alex not having dinner with Brett would also be a problem. So for
We
the
don't
last
eat
few
till-
the last few nights and stuff that we did it though, like it was always right. So like Teresa's just been sitting around. I could tell last night. I was like, oh, I'm pushing it. And I already have Friday in. So like I was like, we're gonna watch House of the
I
Dragon tonight.
already.
I'm not gonna play
I-
Destiny. She didn't say anything, but I saw it.
Oh,
She
God.
was like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally in. I cannot wait for the raid. I got I'm cutting the GameSpot review for Destiny the Final Shape will be out if you're listening now.
Mhm.
I'm trying to watch as little of it as possible, but they talk about the raid, so I'm like putting footage in there. So I'm getting little glimpses of it. I'm excited. It's gonna be fun.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've honestly only been playing Destiny other than my Donkey Kong Country attempts has really been it. Tried to like get back into Elden Ring before this Shadow of the Erdtree expansion, but honestly, like I'm just not honest. My mind is consumed by Destiny. Every time I sit down to want to like, what do I want to play a game? What do I want to do? Like, I want to play I want to play Destiny right now. So I'm like, all right, we're just gonna put Elden Ring. I'll get to it at some point maybe, and it'll be fine. But I've been watching something. Started Gen V because never got around to watching that. I want to get to The Boys season 4, and so I was like, you know, I want to. I heard the spinoff was good. I'll watch it. And you know, I started it with the intention of being like, oh yeah, I want to get through this so I can start Boys season 4. But I've seen the first 2 episodes of this fucking Gen V show. They are so good
That's
that
great.
I am more excited to watch this, like I'm excited to watch the rest of the season rather than just like use it to get to The Boys. It's really sad too because I just remembered after hearing the news I think a couple of weeks ago that one of the lead characters died. The guy that played Andre, who's a great character. All of the characters are fantastic in this show. Like I think it's top tier like Boys writing, just doing what The Boys is doing.
Yeah.
Have great 3-dimensional layered characters and put them in this interesting scenario. Shit hits the fan so quickly. It's so good. Loving it. So highly recommend if you didn't get around to watching Gen V and you like The Boys to watching it. Yeah.
Great. We're gonna watch it. We're behind on everything, partially because of Destiny. We haven't even seen Star Wars from this week because of Destiny.
Oh, Acolyte.
So we'll see. But we're gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna end up watching The Boys. Is all of The Boys out?
No, I think the first couple of episodes are out and then it's week to week.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, we probably won't even see it while it's on air, is my guess. It'll probably be done before we see it.
Yeah, I'm guessing the same thing.
But we're choosing to do Star Wars and House of the Dragon, you know? So it's like
D. Never finished that first season.
You never did?
No, I got to the episode right before the time jump, and that last episode with them as kids is really bad in my opinion, and I just was like,
dude,
unexcited.
it's so good after the time jump though.
Yeah, I know. I heard that it got really good, and so I'm like,
I think it's partially the time jump makes it better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So I'll probably get around to that one. Maybe I'll just binge that one when it's all done.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. It just doesn't feel like essential viewing like Game of Thrones felt like. And I don't know if that's necessarily.
I'll tell you what, Tom, it really does feel like I'm just back in Game of Thrones again when I watch it.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, I believe
good.
even that first season, what I did watch felt like that, but it wasn't this thing like in the final seasons of Game of Thrones where everyone was talking about it.
Yeah, I mean,
You had to-
that'll probably never happen again.
Yeah, that was
now,
probably
with
the
how
last show that
fragmented
did
everything.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that'll never happen again. too much media, too much choice, too much fragmentation.
It is too. It's way too much choice.
Everything's
It's
too
much choice.
polarized. Everything drops
Oh,
at once. Like that's over.
It's over.
Online discourse is dead. Let's bring back web forums, audio
Yeah.
podcasts. Like,
Go back
just
to
like
the mid 2000s, 100%.
yeah, that was the best form. Give me like basic iPhone features or like an iPod Touch and a cell phone. Let's do it. Let's go back.
Yeah.
Undo all this.
All right.
Nostalgia hitting real hard right now.
Yeah.
Speaking of nostalgia, I saw Inside Out 2.
Oh, yes, you did.
We didn't talk about this on the.
No, it didn't come. He didn't.
I saw it on
came out over
Sunday.
the weekend. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
It's because we've played video games almost every day since the last episode. We played Friday, we played Sunday, we played Monday, we played Tuesday, we played today. We've played every day but Saturday. And I think I played with Tom a little bit on Saturday.
Yeah, we played together. Yeah.
That's why you didn't even realize. This is why I was like, I'm surprised you don't have anything to talk about. It's because you've had all those conversations.
We've had all these conversations.
We've already talked. We're done. This is why we got to stop talking to each other. That's the problem.
But so Inside Out 2 was honestly, it was great. It was great. It was great. If you love or like the first one, you will be very happy with this. I feel in the same way. I feel like you can't say any of the Toy Story sequels. I mean, there are probably plenty of people that do, but say that the Toy Story sequels are better than the original. It's hard to say that it would be better, but I think it's just as good of a movie. They introduced so many new things, a bunch of new characters. And the coolest thing is the story inside of her head, like of the emotions, is even more front and center this time, where her story in the real world feels actually like way smaller. Like it all takes place over the course of like one weekend at like a location. Like the main story is like really small in the real world, but in her head, it's like a larger focus. So
was that not the case with the first one? I remember it
no,
being
with the first one, it's like her journey is like a new, like she moves to the new school, so she's nervous about starting in a new school. Then she goes to the new
Oh, you
school,
mean
and
the
then she has bad
scope of the
dates.
story, not like how much time is happening on screen. You mean
No,
like
but also how much time's happening on screen. The first one takes place over a longer, like, because there's the anticipation of moving there. They move in, then it's like school's coming.
I
And then
meant
she goes to
percentage
school,
of
and
the actual film
oh,
is what I thought you meant.
I think they
Was like,
probably.
yeah.
I could be wrong, but I bet they also spent more time inside that too, because there are like 5 new characters. Like there's a bunch of new emotions. So because she's a teen now, I mean, Alex, this is going to be good viewing for you. You got, this is your future.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Inside Out 1 is technically his future as well.
Well, they're both. One is a far nearer future than the other.
A far nearer.
Yeah.
Is it nearer? If it's in relatively would feel like, I'm sure, not a lot of time at all. But how old is she, this new one?
Oh,
that's a question for you.
16, I think.
Okay, got so
15,
teenager.
probably 15, probably like 15. Yeah,
gotcha. So like 60, probably as much time as. Oh no, Inside Out is like 10 years old now. Oh,
yeah,
not a fan of that.
Yeah,
not a fan.
Yeah, we're all old and decrepit, and dying. So I went to the spinal doctor today. An interesting thing.
Speaking of
happened.
which,
an interesting
way happened.
An interesting happened on the way. Yeah. Okay.
Well, 2 things happened actually that were interesting.
Okay.
First of all, I'm waiting for the doctor, and the like nurse comes in, does like the preliminary whatnot, and then leaves. But she pulls up my scans for him for when he comes in, and then he's taking a while. So I get up and I'm like, I'm gonna take a look at these scans. So I'm clicking around on the computer.
Oh my god.
But I was like, they didn't give me my MRIs or show them to me. The doctor, like when I had them. But look at this. You can see my brain. That's
you can see the bottom of the brain.
That's the top. Yeah, I've seen a picture of part of my brain. That's fucking wild.
That is pretty cool. That is cool, definitely. Yeah.
Do you know how your spine
and then there's
is
like
looking?
the lower part of it.
Yeah, how we looking?
Like.
Yeah. So what happened?
So here's the deal. Right?
Here's the deal.
I have spinal stenosis, which is like my main problem. It didn't take the best picture of it, but you see that white line
There's a
right
couple
here in
white
the middle,
lines.
the one that's like a wavy white line
Yes,
right
yes,
next
yes.
to like
Okay,
the
yeah.
black.
Yeah.
So that's like your spinal that's like the opening. That's your spinal canal. And the
Canal.
white is the spinal fluid that like surrounds, like that's in the, surrounds everything.
hmm
Mine is a lot narrower than it should be, which is why it looks like wavy line and not like a
Uh-huh.
thick straight line. My mid back is like slightly narrowed, but it's pretty close to what it should be like, which is why my mid back is where like my least pain is. It looks, like twice as thick. Like the doctor is basically like, so imagine everyone's spinal canal is like a 5-lane highway. I'm like, okay. He's like, you have a 3-lane highway. It's like, great.
Mm,
He's like,
mm.
so when there's like an obstruction, let's say there's like a pot, like it's like, like one of your discs, like, 5-lane highway, not a bit too big of a deal. Everybody just go around it. He's like, you're back on the other hand. Very different. But it was cool to be able to like see that. But the funniest thing happened because, you go to see a doctor and they just like talk as fast as possible, like as few questions, because like every doctor is overpressed with patients. Because there's just not enough doctor or healthcare, because the whole system's broken. For the first time ever, the doctor like just stopped because he saw my Adidas Lego shoes. And it was like I saw the person behind the doctor who was overworked because he completely
Oh
went from
God.
like just like almost like this robotic tone, just like feeding me information to being like, are those? He goes, hold on a second, are those Lego shoes? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, wait. And then he's like, let me see this. And then he
There
starts
you
telling
go.
me like how he and his kid make all these Legos, and they started doing it during the pandemic. And now he was like, my daughter's starting to grow out of it, but my son who's younger, like he just starts talking about Legos for like 5 minutes, like uninterrupted. Like
Now
he was
imagine your
so
spinal column was like a tower of
yeah,
Legos.
And and he just kept asking me about the Legos, and it was so funny. But then I was like, oh, like I've broke his rhythm. So I was able to like actually, because I've been trying to like ask him a question for like several minutes prior to this, but you can't even
Uh-huh.
like get a breath in with a doctor.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, I've got him where I want him. And like it was so funny to see that happen over Legos. People love those Lego shoes. They're pretty well priced. They're not expensive. You want some Lego sneaks? Just go pick them up. People like
He can afford it.
Okay,
Who?
he told me the doctor told me that they have run out of shelf space and that they keep having to add shelves like to rooms to put Lego stuff.
Tuna, you should have gone into doctoring. You'd have all the Lego
I thought
sets
about
in
it.
the
So I
world.
really did. That was the plan originally, was to be a doctor. That was
Yeah,
that was
Mr.
like the first.
Squeamish,
That
What,
was
like before film stuff?
what are you talking about? I'm not squeamish.
you hate poop.
Yeah, the poop. I wouldn't go into poop. I would just
No,
go.
wouldn't
You're not
become a-
getting into doctoring without getting into poop unless you're going into teeth.
Hey, yeah, I can go into brain. There's no poop in the brain. So here's what happened. So
Never isn't yours.
that took way too long to get out.
Oh.
You got to work on your comedic timing. That was terrible. That had to be Johnny on the spot.
Tom, I
Anyway,
liked it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was perfect timing.
I don't think it was perfect. All right, so
You wouldn't shit for brains.
nice. See, that was better. That was quicker.
What are you talking about?
That
It
was
was
quicker.
like 2 minutes ago that we
That
first
was
brought up
quicker.
the poop and the
No, but
brain.
he zinned
Oh,
in
yo,
there with a
play
better.
it back. Play it back. Play it back.
Hey, wait, look what I
No,
just
so-
texted you.
Don't be a shit on him.
Yeah. So no,
It's a
what
picture of
happened-
Alex's
Oh,
brain.
right. So it was the poop emoji or the chocolate ice cream emoji. So
Oh, is that what it's actually meant to be?
I have no idea.
No,
I
it's
think
poop.
so.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Uh,
It's crazy that it
All right,
exists. Anyway.
Alex, go on, please.
So no, the original idea was to be a doctor, and what ended up happening
Before
was
film and video and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Like original. Okay.
yeah, and that was always the fallback. And the problem,
Wait, being a doctor was the fallback?
well, Sort of. So, no, the main problem was that I sucked at chemistry.
Oh yeah, me too.
Oh,
I almost failed
Sucked.
in high school. I am
I didn't almost
terrible
fail
at
it,
chemistry.
but it was the one class that I took. And when I took it, and when the weeks went by, I remember this very vividly, saying to myself, not the cards. Not happening. Not happening. You don't have the patience or the
Mm.
discipline to study for this. So if it's not coming easy, it ain't coming. So I'm not doing it. Forget it. It's over. So chemistry, fuck it. Not doing it.
So you told your parents, Mom, Dad, I'm not going to be a doctor anymore. I'm going to become a movie director.
I don't know if I ever said director, but I think I just said I wanted to do stuff with TV and film.
And they were like, yippee.
Dad was like, yeah, it's
it was a
great.
child of divorce. So,
Mom
He
was
is a child
more
divorce.
mom was more like, all right, fine.
Okay.
But
Supportive.
mom was ecstatic once I ditched that and went for lawyer. And then she's even more over the moon about getting the job as a lawyer. So she's all good.
Proud,
You know,
some would say. Right.
some would say.
probably mad that you're still playing video games, though.
You know what's really funny? I don't think so because
He's ticking all the other boxes.
yeah, I tick enough of the other boxes
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
for this to just be let go. And also, when she came down here the other day, she was like, "Wow, you really do have a lot of Legos." And I was like, "Yeah, you started it because I wasn't playing with Legos as an adult. You bought me the London double-decker red bus.
That
Oh,
Lego
was
that's
the one
right.
that
I
started it
remember. I
all.
remember you
It
talking
started
about
it
that.
all.
Yeah,
It started the adult obsession
yeah.
with it. So it's your fault, Mom.
I just remember like your mom yelling at us to go play outside and stop play video games like all the time,
Oh, she was like that.
like all the time. But
That's
all
so
the parents were like that.
I
But,
mean, I gotta be honest with you. When I was a kid,
I was lucky.
we played outside a lot.
we played outside all the
We
time.
played
Yeah,
outside all the time.
I played outside
Yeah.
a lot too.
Yeah. We didn't really
Nightcrawler, you play that one?
like Manhunt.
Yeah, played Manhunt.
Nightcrawlers get to base. Yeah, I play
Okay.
Manhunt too. Yeah, but
Yeah.
Nightcrawler was
Capture the
Manhunt, but a
Flag.
base.
Yeah, capture.
We
played
played
tons
Extreme
outside.
Capture the Flag. I
Right.
set a tripwire once.
Yeah, he said
Jesus
tripwires.
Almost took his
Christ.
mom out.
Not only that, but like the neighbor who lived behind us had to
Yeah.
like come around and talk to my mom about how they were setting him and our friend Andrew were setting traps in the backyard. And we were also running between yards too. That was the other
Yeah, we
problem.
would go around the block.
We're going
go
around
through
people's yards and like cutting through
Oh.
people's backyards.
I was very lucky that I grew like I don't know how lucky I was ultimately. I grew up on a golf course, or like when I was a tween teenager.
Oh, okay.
Like when my parents saw they were on an actual golf course.
Then you should be good at mini golf.
Oh, we didn't have a membership or anything, so we
okay.
never used it. We just lived on it.
Just walk on, start hitting around.
I went to the driving range a couple of times because my friend's dad like golfed and like all that. So
Yeah.
sometimes we go to the driving range. But because of that, all of the grass, all of the backyards are just big. They're connected. It's just giant strips of grass.
Yeah.
So we would run all over the neighborhood. We'd be on, and because it was kind of carte blanche, you could really go into anyone's backyard and they'd be totally fine with it. So
Sure.
we were lucky in that sense. So when we would play like Manhunt or Nightcrawler or any of these games, it was the scale of it was like unfathomable.
Yeah. This is probably what it was like when I would visit my cousin in Delaware, where like everyone's house has a lot more space, a lot more land. The yards are all it was because it was way more open. On Long Island, it was a lot denser.
Yeah,
at least where we
Very
were, we weren't
dense.
on like
houses but houses were kind of on top of each other. Like there was like maybe
everything's
12,
very dense.
Yeah, 12 feet between. I mean, the guy in this house, there's like maybe 10 feet between me and next door and me and the other guy too.
I've got literally 18 inches between.
Yeah.
Chris's house situation is
Yeah.
Wild.
No, the other thing I was gonna say is we really didn't start, like, my mom really didn't get me on like on the video games until Halo came out. Once Halo came out, and that's all we were doing. And that
Yeah.
was like, I remember her coming downstairs at like 3 in the morning and being like, "What the heck are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm playing Halo." And she goes, "You have school." And I'm like, "No, no, no, we're done with school." Because we were done in March. So we got to play like all the time. Yeah. So we were done in March of our senior year,
Oh, okay.
except for
Except for graduation. Oh,
and
like
gym.
finals.
And you had to
Oh,
go to
okay.
gym. No, finals were done. We had taken it. We were
Oh,
done.
wow.
We were done.
Wait, so you still had to go to gym? Why?
Because it's a class you had to take.
Were the finals not meant to happen so early, or this is just the way it worked?
That's just the way it works. So
That's so
like
bizarre.
we took IB classes and AP classes, and like those finals were in March.
Yeah.
So once that was it, you were done. You didn't have to go to school anymore, but you had to go to gym. Otherwise they were gonna, that was like the whole thing. They're like, if you don't
Yeah.
come, you don't show up, we're gonna fail you. It's like, all right, dude.
How
So
often
I
did you
remember,
have to go to gym?
I think it was like every other day. I
Gotcha.
think it was every
So
other day.
bizarre.
Yeah.
That's great.
Anyway,
You had March to, I mean,
like,
if you started college in
yeah.
September, you had like 6 months. That's
Hmm.
cool. I'm jealous. Would
So
have
that's all we,
killed for that.
and all we did was play Halo.
Yeah.
So my mom would come down 3 o'clock in the morning and be like, "What?" I'm like, "I don't have to do anything. Like, I'm living my best life." And
Yeah.
there's I told you, man, there's sometimes just wish you go back to that life. That's why tonight, staying up playing Destiny till 4 in the morning. Here we go.
I
Those were
love
the
that.
days.
Those are the days. We got our own days. I think, it's funny. I think I think I found a nice happy equilibrium
Okay.
between being an adult and like still being a kid.
Mm.
Like I'm happy, I'm content.
He says
Mhm.
with Power Rangers behind him.
I know. I'm living my best life, you know? And
Yeah,
if a
sure.
fucking, kid shows up on the doorstep one day, the stork comes down, drops them off, him, whatever. Uh, I'll just deal. I'll just deal. Chris has got
What?
his lightsaber. I'll just deal. If I have a kid, I'll just deal with it.
Just whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'll if it happens, gotta do that. Gotta do the kid thing.
All right, Chris, let's see what you got. You got something brewing. Something's brewing.
Did he
Something's
go to
happening.
wait? Yeah, he did say he had a show and tell. Is this it?
Yeah, this is show and tell. Oh, the light. I can see the light lighting up his face.
Oh, yes, he did. That's right. He did talk to us
He
about
can't
this.
wait. He can't wait. He can't wait.
Oh my God, I hate that. I hated that.
Look at this. He
All
can't
right.
wait.
I'm
Look
gonna
at this. He's trying to do like Houdini over here. He's trying to like slyly pull something away. What's happening? A pigeon's gonna fly out of his pants on me like in a second. A rabbit's gonna come across the screen.
The
Are
ray
these like
Galaxy's
lightsaber.
Edge
battle worthy?
lightsaber.
Yeah,
Could
you
you
can
battle
fight.
with these?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You don't want to like go super hard. There are better blades that are like
Yeah.
meant for like real battling, but
Mhm.
you can hit with them.
Okay.
Hold on, let me.
So Chris's raised lightsaber here.
So this is going to be a little harder to demo than I thought. I thought it would look better,
Okay.
but so this is the normal Ray lightsaber. Now, if you watch when you turn it on and off, the animation's pretty good, but it is still kind of blocky.
It is a little blocky.
It's still in sections a little bit, but it does a
Right.
pretty good job.
Yeah.
So the hilts are like really well made, and they're not cheap, but they're also not like, there are more expensive sabers out there that are like $800, and their blades are like really nice because on camera it doesn't show it as well, but especially during the daylight, this has like a lot more banding on it. I wonder if I can just adjust my exposure. Yeah, it's just the web.
Yeah, a
Okay,
little
so you can
bit,
see the
yeah.
banding, right?
Not really.
Again, not bad. It's amazing. It's way
Yeah, it's
better than
pretty
anything we
good.
used to have. But unless you want to spend like $800 a saber, or like I think maybe like 5 or 6, maybe like for NeoPixel or whatever. That's the best you're gonna get. Except I found a guy on Etsy who
Here we
makes
go.
who makes custom blades for Galaxy's Edge that give you the performance of those really expensive lightsabers, but for the Galaxy. Because what I want from Galaxy's Edge are the hilts. Like the blades are cool, but the hilts are the thing I'm collecting. There's a couple limitations with the Galaxy's Edge hilts as well. It's not just the brightness and the animation, but they're missing the other two like official lightsaber colors of cyan and orange. Now, if you remember, you watched the old Star Wars movies, it was kind of like a very light blue, and like cyan is a canonical one, but I don't know if cyan's shown up in any live action stuff yet. But like orange is in Ahsoka. Now, those aren't available. And the other problem is this. This is Rey's yellow saber, and it's very green. But now my new lightsaber, and this isn't a new hilt, it's just the new blade,
I mean, this is
has a true yellow.
Whoa.
That's yellow, all right.
That's definitely yellow.
And it also, I wonder how well it's going to show, but it has like the flickering.
No, I
like
can
it
see a
does
flicker. Yeah, I can
in the
see the flicker.
movies.
Let me ask you, when you swing it, does it go vroom?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it does
It's
all
just
that.
not going to
Nose
pick it up well, but
I mean, the base blades do that as well. Like my
No, I mean, listen,
Yeah.
the blades we had when we were the ones we got from fucking Toys R Us would do the woo when you whoa.
yeah, that's a great power
That was
up.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the heck? So this is just a guy on Etsy?
yeah. And now it will recognize whatever crystal is in your saber or like the other sabers as well, but you can also program it. So I can just on the fly
Wow.
switch to the colors. So I got to
Whoa.
pick the 12 profiles I wanted. So I picked to the 8 official colors, which are cyan and orange, which Galaxy's Edge is at some point going to upgrade their blades to have those. They just like they physically don't support them yet, but they actually have the data. Like there's metadata already for cyan and orange kyber crystals. So like they're going to do it. But now I have the blade ahead of time, like this with the orange.
Oh yeah.
And the thing I'm most excited for is now my Kylo Ren, the unstable blade, Tom.
Whoa.
And they have
Yeah,
a
that's
special
sick.
unstable Ahsoka. And
Oh,
then
does she
you can
have an
also get
unstable
like
blade?
it'll do this breathing animation where it's like it gets brighter. And dude, this thing is
How much? Can I ask how much that was?
it's as much as a lightsaber hilt.
Okay, makes sense.
But
battle ready that one as well. Can you have a fight with that?
you can, but I'll be honest with you, this one I'm going to is like going to be my display saber, and now
course.
my other saber blades are like, you know,
Is there a
whatever.
way
Something
to
happens
have
to
it
them, something happens
perpetually
to them.
on? Because that's the one thing. Is there a
No.
way to yeah.
No. But it's pretty fucking cool. It's pretty cool. Like I was really jealous of those other sabers, but I was like, you know what? I couldn't. I could never justify the cost of those like $500-$600 hilts.
Sure.
Not if I want to collect them. It's like maybe I could have
No.
one, but I'm not gonna have one. Like I want to have I want to get them. I like going to Galaxy's Edge and picking
Yeah.
them out and get, you know, it's
Yeah,
a
and
it's
they
a
look like I can't imagine it looking that much better. You know what I
no,
mean?
they don't. No.
Yeah.
It's really like the blade is really the,
Oh, gotcha.
you know, some of them do, some of them are a little less chunky because they're building them differently, but no, like that's why I didn't want to go that route. But now I get to have, I was still jealous of their fucking blades. And now, I mean, it's cool, dude. It's really cool. And luckily the shipping was like 2 days because the person, like when I looked up the sending address, it was like 45 minutes away. So it just like showed up. Ah, it's cool. That's all. That was my show and tell.
I like it.
Love that.
It's good.
You guys want to do a little news?
Sure.
I do.
Oh, very quickly. I played only a little bit of Taskmaster,
Oh, the Taskmaster
VR.
VR, yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
because I just wanted to give
Taskmaster
my head a break. I wanted to give my neck a break till I saw the doctor. And he was like, "No, you can play VR." He was like, "If you're in pain, don't play VR. When you're not in pain, you can play VR." I was like, "Great." I would most closely compare the gameplay to like a job simulator where it's definitely like a physics game, but it's a little less. It's both more wacky because it's Taskmaster, and less wacky because you're actually like doing a thing, and it's not like just little
Random
buttons you
Yeah.
interact with. Do you mind if I just spoil the first task? It's like the
Yeah,
tutorial
go for
task.
it. Yeah.
Sure.
So, funny, very funny. Little Alex Horn is actually like really little, which is I think really funny.
Mhm.
So like next to Greg, they shrunk him down, so he's like more like 4 feet tall. Uh, but the first task takes place in the kitchen in the Taskmaster house, and it was so
Mhm.
cool to be in the kitchen because I like knew where things were. Like
Oh
I
yeah,
knew,
sure.
but it was like the layout still felt different. Now they designed everything different. They themed the house like they do on the show, and the theme they went with is California beach theme, like a Malibu beach house.
Hmm.
So everything's kind of like Ken colored, like Barbie Ken colored, which is cool. So the Greg art is like really awesome. The artwork of Greg that they made is like really
Mhm.
cool. But so I'm in the kitchen, and it was make a sandwich and place it on the correct plate on that silver tray. And you have to pick up these spatulas and hold them to start the task. And once you pick up and you're holding the spatulas, you have to hold them for the rest of the task. So basically, you have to try and assemble a
Okay.
sandwich. Seems easy until like you realize immediately I had the reaction of so many people on the test. We go, wait a second, where's where is everything? Like there's no ingredients out.
Oh
And then I
no.
was like, and I looked over and I see Alex standing there holding the fucking timer, looking at me. And I'm like, you bastard, Alex.
Mm.
Like I just
Mm.
felt like I had like the briefest glimpse of what it's like for those contestants. And then I'm like using these fucking spatulas to like rip open every door and find, and then like, well, there's multiple plates. Like, what's the right plate? What do you mean the
Right.
right? So then I had the thing where I was like, wait, what does the task say again? So I had to go pick the task up. Like it was
It's
great.
good. No,
It
That's
it's
was
fun.
fun.
great. Like the
Yeah.
game itself will never be, as open-ended as like being there in real life, but
Right.
it emulated all of the correct experiences. So I'm gonna play more probably on like this weekend. I'm very excited to play it.
Hmm.
It's very cool. It's a very, very cool thing.
All
So yeah.
right.
And it is coming, they officially said coming to PSVR 2.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
All right. Tom.
The big news, honestly, the only real news of the week was the Nintendo Direct. We finally got that June Nintendo Direct on Tuesday. And I gotta say, I would say most announcements weren't exciting, but there were a couple of really exciting things that they showed. Um, the first
I
thing
thought
we, yeah,
for a thing that I thought was dead, and I had no idea what the fuck they'd be. Like I just expected like,
sure.
Zelda HD remake or a Metroid HD remake, or I think we did guess there might be a Mario Party, but I didn't even think it would be
Mm,
as new looking as it is. So
mm.
that I thought it was like good overall, just before you got
Yeah.
into it.
Oh no, totally. Like I think the stuff that is there that I'm interested in playing, like, is all looks great. Yeah.
Did you
Like
actually watch it, Alex, or did you just watch individual trailers?
No, I watched the whole thing, and I watched the
Yeah.
real thing, not the copyrighted music version.
What did you think
So I thought it was
overall?
great.
Just
I thought overall it was really good. I texted you guys this, that whenever I watch a Nintendo Direct, everything is just so like nice,
mm-hmm.
calming.
Mm-hmm.
The sound effects, the
yeah,
music,
there's
the
nothing wrong
games.
in Nintendo's world.
No,
There's
right.
nothing wrong.
Like I feel like I'm living in the world, like this world that they've created, and that I'm watching during Nintendo Directs is like, oh man, the world is great. Like this is so
That's
great.
true.
Like people are just making games and we're having fun, and
Yeah.
it's just like, hey, just look, why don't you just enjoy watching this trailer of a game that we made, and will be coming out soon. Have a look. Like, oh, thanks. I will have a look. Oh, I mean, it's like,
Have a
Yeah.
look.
Yeah, I
have a
will
look.
have a look. Have a
Yeah, I
look.
will. It's the world is great, you
Oh,
know?
don't mind if I do.
Yeah, don't mind if I do. I'll take a nice little gander at your game here. No, and then I know you're gonna talk about it, but the Zelda game looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It looks like
we can start with
they took,
Zelda.
yeah, well, it looks like they took the freedom to do or make what you want from Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom and put it into a 2D game.
Yeah. in the
and made
style
you
of
Zelda.
the Link's
Link to the Past, Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening, but it's from the same team that did the recent remake of Link's Awakening, and so it's
Yeah,
that
I mean all the
style.
graphics, yeah, it's all the same.
Yeah, and we
I
played
mean,
Zelda.
this is precisely like what I wanted in some ways.
Yeah,
This isn't what I imagined for a Zelda game, like where you play Zelda. But I had said previously, like I wanted them to remake the original Zelda and Zelda 2, like
Mm.
not just do an HD remake, but like remake it. And the one thing I kept wanting was, do you remember like the videos of how they built the systems for Breath of the Wild came out? And they showed like early like ideas. They were doing it in 2D. They just had like it looked like the original Zelda 2D game, and they were like chopping on the tree and rolling the log to see like what stuff you could do before they did it in 3D. I was like, oh, just fucking make that. Just make that. So now that we're getting like kind of that, but more of a, even more like creative stuff, since that's like where Zelda is sort of weirdly moving, which is kind of a surprising thing to happen in Zelda. But
yep.
it's fucking cool, dude. It's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm
think that
excited.
this is I'm very excited for this game. I think, something that Tuna raised. I just hope that like the combat is fun. Like I feel the same
Mhm.
way of like I just and there's moments in the trailer, like quick glimpses where it's like, oh, it seems like it, because most of the trailer was like, here's a table that she copies, and here's a
It
chair.
was
Like, what
most
was
of
Yeah,
that?
that.
there was that at the first few things. I was like, oh, show me something better. This looks bad.
Well,
Like there
I
was a
get that
brief
would,
moment
that's
where I'm
gonna
like,
be
oh, the
the
girl can't have a weapon. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Not
yeah,
allowed.
like
Not
like
allowed.
it's kind of like at the beginning of Breath of the Wild where it's like, okay, you're just sticking a twig to a leaf and you're making
Yeah,
a fan,
yeah,
Mhm.
right?
yeah.
And eventually you're making all these contraptions. Like it looks
Mhm.
like it is going to get to that point, and I hope that the combat feels active, because I really like the combat in these top-down Zelda games. Like
I do too.
it's a lot
I
of
do
fun.
too.
So, yeah, but if they nail it, this has the potential to be one of the old timers.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that it's a new game. Like that's really cool that
Hmm.
they are like, they're making a statement of this style is going to be like the 2D style for going forward for the foreseeable future. And I love the way it looks. So yeah, I'm not
Hmm.
complaining.
Please don't.
Coming September 26th, Echoes of Wisdom is when that is releasing.
September what?
26th.
Yeah.
You jingling right now? Or
Yeah. What's going? Yeah, that was a
What are you
little
saying? What are you
six.
26th? 6th
Oh boy.
coming out September 26th. It's
Well,
6th.
no, we'll leave it there.
What
So,
do you
it's
mean?
not
It's
Sikth.
we'll leave it there. I think we just leave it. I think
6th.
people write in, write in, write in. We'll leave it
6th.
there. No, we'll leave it there.
6th. September 26th.
September 26th. I can't even do it.
6th. 6th. 6th.
6th.
Yeah, 6th.
Oh God.
Okay.
6th
Yeah.
one.
Leave it there.
This is what Alex was
What
doing
are
to
you
me that
saying?
time where he
6th.
had like a slur, like he was
6th. There's
pretending
nothing
like he
after the
didn't have.
TH. There's nothing after the TH.
Sixth.
That's what I'm saying. 6th.
It sounds weird when you say it.
It does. It does
Yeah.
sound weird when you say it.
Sounds really weird when you say it.
Oh my god, I've got poop in the brain.
Yeah.
Okay. The other big game,
What was the other
the
big
other
game, Thomas?
Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. We
Whoa.
finally got a look.
Oh hell yeah! I thought
First
you were gonna
announced.
say Lego Horizon.
Oh, well, that game will be fun, but I'm not playing on the fucking Switch. 2017, first time we saw Metroid Prime 4. Then 2 years later, it was announced to be restarted under Retro, who were the original developers of Metroid Prime. And we got our first look at it. And some people online are saying, "Oh, I think this is running on Switch 2 hardware." First off, Nintendo cannot do that. They can't show a game running on different hardware than what they're marketing it on. They have and Nintendo in particular has strict rules about this. Like that is running on original Switch. But I didn't think it looked that. It looked like it was running on an original Switch to me.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
thought it
what you
looked
guys
good. It
thought.
didn't look anything.
No, it looked good. It didn't look like
Yeah.
the next what I would expect it to look like on Switch 2. Because if it did, I'm telling you, big disappointment. But
Yeah.
I thought it looked good as a Switch game. Um, did this as people who are excited for this game, arguably more than me. Was there anything? Because to me, this trailer was more just like, cool, I'm seeing this game rather
Yeah,
than
it's Metroid Prime.
anything in that game looking like unique or like exciting to me. Like, was there anything that it was doing like mechanically that you were seeing that you felt like, oh,
No,
this
it was just showing you it's just Metroid Prime.
just straight up the
Yeah.
same
I
stuff?
mean,
Okay.
it had Silex, who's from Metroid Prime Hunters, which is a DS game, which was actually like a phenomenal 3D first person shooter game for the fucking three.
That's awesome.
It had online multiplayer. It had an online deathmatch mode. It was
Wow.
a it was like a launch game basically. It came out like or after launch, I think. Um with voice chat. This was in 2004.
That's pretty with voice chat. That's crazy. Yeah,
I was able
on
to
the
do
DS. This
voice
was a
chat.
launch DS game, right? If I
Okay,
remember
so it was
correctly.
launch.
I
I
think
was
it
able to do
was, yeah.
voice chat on a Nintendo DS in an online deathmatch first-person shooter in 2004, and we still don't have a good system for Super Smash Brothers in 2024.
Yeah. You
So,
ever play this one,
Is there
Tuna?
like is there a way that we could like that somebody can like infiltrate Nintendo and like get them to do what we want?
Jesus. Tuna wants to do a January 6th on
six.
Nintendo.
January
Oh
6th?
yeah, January 6th.
6th?
There's no effing F of the
6th?
6th.
No, that's
I
not what you're
can't.
saying.
I
6th.
can't. Alex, I thought that Tom just had a moment of comedy genius with that. I thought it was a joke. I thought the timing and the delivery was perfect, but he was
It was
just saying January 6th because that's the date and not because it's the 6th.
the 6th.
Sixth. You're saying
6th.
sixth. Sixth.
What are you saying?
6th.
6th. 6th. 6th.
I mean, I'm saying it correctly. You're not. So we'll
Six
just
Semper
leave it.
Tyrannis.
I
All
said we
right.
should just leave it there.
6th.
Yeah, it looks cool. Well, show me the actual game, you know? And hopefully they don't
Yeah.
make a multiplayer mode. No one wants that.
Yeah.
All right. Donkey Kong Country
Uh,
Returns HD. I'm happy about it.
yes.
That game was phenomenal on the Wii. I mean, Alex, we've been playing Donkey Kong Country, the OGs. Donkey Kong Country
Yeah.
Returns.
Yeah.
Great game. You probably didn't play it.
No.
It's very good. You have a game to look forward to then.
I'm
That's
excited.
great. Oh, and there was a surprise. The Mario and Luigi game, which looked
Oh yeah.
Brothership.
awesome.
Brothership. Yeah.
Dude, that looked great.
And
Yeah.
Nintendo is like, you're never getting another regular 3D Mario game. We are only making RPG Marios from now on. Yeah, it looked cool. I'm glad it's not. I thought it was going to be like a remake of the original, and I'm glad it's a new thing. I feel like Nintendo is like writing this nice balance of the remake because there's a lot of games. I mean, Donkey Country Returns, like this is the third time we're getting it, right? Um, so yeah, I'm glad it, and I like the art style. Like, yeah, that looks great. That looks really cool. Um, I have a big question mark over this new Super Mario Party Jamboree. I just feel so burned by the Super Mario Party that the fact that they called it this.
Oh,
So,
was the last one not Super Mario Party? Because I liked the
no,
last one.
that's Mario Party Superstars.
Oh, that one was great.
No, that's great. That's the one with the remakes of the
Yeah.
old games. The original one that they released for the Switch was called
Yeah.
Super Mario Party.
We should play Mario Party again.
Brooke and I played the other day. Great
Yeah,
times.
that seems sick.
I mean, this one's coming out October 17th, and it's called Super Mario Party Jamboree. And so I'm a little hesitant. I want it to be as good as Superstars, and I don't want it to be like the other Super Mario Party because that sucked. And it has new games, and it has old stuff too. So it's a mix of both, it seems. 5 new boards, 2 from previous ones. Up to 20 players can compete in stuff. The biggest Mario Party yet. Seemed like there was a lot of cool new mini games in there. So we'll see. I'm hopeful, but I'm worried.
You're worried?
Well, I just don't want it to suck. The first Super Mario Party sucked. We bounced off of it so hard because it sucked.
That's true.
And so like I'm happy with Superstars. I didn't
Here's the thing.
need. Yeah, go ahead.
When do you think you're going to play this game? When does Zelda come out?
September 16th.
Okay, so you have Destiny to play. You have Elden Ring to
26th.
play. You've got Assassin's Creed to play. You've
Yeah.
got Mario Party Brothers in Arms to play. You've got Zelda to play.
Mario Party Brothers in
Brothers in
Arms.
Arms. Brotherhood.
Mario
Brothers
Luigi
in Arms.
Brothership. No,
Brothers in
Mario
Arms would
Party
be
Brothers
awesome.
in Arms. Command and Conquer.
That'd be
Mario
great.
Party Command and Conquer.
There's just so many fucking Flintlock is coming out. There's so many fucking games coming out.
Yeah, I know. But Mario Party's a great one.
If Mario
it's
Party,
just like,
but
hey,
if it's
do
a
we want
dud,
to play
it's a dud.
Oh, sure, yes. No, and I will always have Superstars. Yeah, you're right. No, yeah, that's
always
fair.
have Superstars.
We'll always have Superstars. Marvel vs. Capcom and a bunch of the Capcom Marvel arcade games are coming in a collection. Marvel vs. Capcom, I played an absurd amount of. I don't know. Did you guys have a history with that one?
No, I actually never got into this.
No.
All right, we'll have to give this a go. Has online stuff. It's not just that. It's X-Men versus Street Fighter, which was the first one. So there's a ton of excellent Marvel games in that. Four Swords, Link to the Past 4 Swords is on Nintendo Online, as is the Metroid Zero Mission. Turok.
I did play Turok.
Yeah.
That I played. And I only played it with our mutual friend, mine and Chris's. I was not allowed to have that game.
Yeah. Chris was too busy making
Alex
traps.
was also not allowed to have Perfect Dark.
Oh,
that's
which
true.
is also on Switch
That's
Online.
true. I wasn't allowed to have that.
We had to like hide it from her when I would bring it over for us to play for a little bit.
That does, which is so funny, right?
Yeah.
Because actually it's not funny because she was tricked. And then once she realized, well, I was gonna say,
Alex
what
is
was
like,
so
I'm
funny,
gonna get tricked one day.
No, because what was so funny was that it's so funny that she didn't allow me to have Perfect Dark, didn't allow me to have like Mortal Kombat. I couldn't get Killer Instinct. Like our friend had that game.
Right. I know.
So
where
I'm
this
not
is
allowed to
going.
have that either. Now, what I was allowed to have though was Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Right.
Which, let me tell you something.
And Grand Theft Auto.
And well, by the time Grand Theft Auto came around, she was done. So she had lost that battle by the time Grand Theft Auto came around. But when I got Conker's Bad Fur Day, it didn't look from the box like it was anything bad. But then she came to realize soon after that it was a game that wasn't appropriate for kids younger than me. For my age, it was fine, but for her, she was being protective or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think I eventually I definitely showed her like the room where you could just like take a piss in. And also like
it was the language, because that was the reason Perfect Dark was too, because the violence in Perfect Dark wasn't really different than GoldenEye. It was because people, like, there was someone who's like, one of the guys, if you kill him, like the enemies, they'll be like, oh bitch, and like it got mature because of the
yeah. What's also funny is Conker's Bad Fur Day, I would argue, had worse score than Perfect Dark or GoldenEye because I remember you could literally blow the fucking head off of a guy or slice him up
into chunks.
Blow him up into chunks. I mean,
if you took their head off with a sniper or the katana, the blood would spurt out of their neck.
Spurt out of the neck. Yeah, it was great. I'll tell you what, we got fucking really good at that game. We got really fucking good.
They should
I remember when it was like race to grab like the katana or the magnum, which was like a one shot, and like the beam, I'd be like tracking you, trying to shoot your head off. So once my mom saw that, that was done. And then by the time high school rolled around is when I got Grand Theft Auto. She didn't say boo anymore with Grand Theft Auto. It was done. It was over.
Yeah,
I guess I had reached an age where it was fine.
sure.
But yeah, like I wasn't allowed to. I remember I wanted to watch the movie The Shining, and she wouldn't let me watch that, and I had to go to our friend's house to watch it.
I mean, for a child, I don't know how old you were when you tried to watch that movie, but
Like 10.
might be. It's a pretty intense movie.
Oh, fuck off!
I mean,
Yeah, come
look,
on.
I'm not saying
Don't
like
be
she
such a
should have.
prude.
I'm not. I would, I would hope that my child was a fan of cinema and that they'd want to watch The Shining at the age of 10. But it is an intense movie for a 10-year-old. But anyway, I digress. Perfect Dark,
Why do you
Turok.
think I wanted to watch it?
I know, fair enough. You had taste. And then a couple of years later, you wanted to give up on being a doctor and get into
Yeah.
movies. Perfect Dark,
This
Turok,
is all while I was still watching
all that
Arthur.
jazz online. What else tickled my
You got to
fancy?
download that adults only Switch app.
Oh yeah, there's a Switch game. It's like, yeah.
What?
Dragon Quest 3.
Because the games are rated mature on
Yeah.
Switch.
Yeah.
You have to go get a separate. So you know how you have like the N64 Nintendo Switch down like expansion pack?
Mm-hmm.
There's a separate one just for the mature rated games now.
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is. And you can go
come
download it.
on.
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is.
What?
That's what I thought.
Mature.
Chris
That's
spitting
what
out
that's
fake
what I was
news.
reading.
Chris spitting out fake news.
That's what I was reading.
Somebody come get him. He's.
I'm gonna pull it up right now on my
what?
Switch.
Oh yeah. Or is this just in the UK?
Oh yeah.
Switch
Oh.
Online's mature Nintendo app is now available.
Wow.
Fucking MILF apps.
MILF.
So
All
it's
right.
just for Turok and Perfect Dark.
Nice.
But now they're set up. Now you could put Conquer on there.
Beautiful.
Why is the
I would
eShop
play.
so slow?
I'll tell you that right now.
Dude, the whole system is
if they
trash.
put Conker's Bad Fur Day with online,
Dude.
The beach, storming the beach at Normandy. The machine gun, the sniper, and the bazooka.
There's a co-op PvE.
I didn't know there were even guns in this game, if I'm being honest. I had no idea.
It's so fun. It's so stupidly fun. But there's a co-op
Conker's
PvE
Bad Fur
mode
Day?
where you play as the Germans. And
I thought it was a platformer with a squirrel.
No.
No.
It's like fucking Banjo-Kazooie, but like bad. But
Well,
bad like not bad.
Banjo-Kazooie is a 3D platformer.
Dude,
Yeah,
look how rad that is. Mature 17 plus.
Don't let mama know. Don't let mama know.
A fucking rule.
Dude, there's a level where like there's 100 baddies storming the beach, and like it's like you're facing off.
We're the Germans.
Yeah, and there's people.
We're the Germans?
Well, you can play either or.
You could play. So we could do co-op
see.
versus. So like I could play as the storm on the beach, and I'll just keep respawning as them. Alex keeps trying to take me out, or we could both be the Germans, or we could storm the beach.
You could be a Nazi squirrel.
Being the Nazis is actually pretty fun in that game.
The whole thing, the whole
flat out get canceled.
So as you're storming the beach, you're storming it with NPCs that are also trying to get in as well. And what's more fun is trying to determine which one.
This looks so funny.
Is your buddy
17 plus?
Mature 17.
This looks like a April Fool's joke. The mature 17 plus Switch app.
Hopefully, it'll come to.
Were they bears? The bad guys were bears. Is that what it was? The teddies? I think they were the teddies.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Alex had the sniper on lockdown. I would usually do the machine guns.
Yeah.
I would go on the turret. Alex would be on the sniper.
Yep.
Good time.
Yep.
All right, Tom.
Anything
else?
Dragon Quest 3 is getting an HD2D remake coming out November 14th. And remakes of 1 and 2 are coming out next year, which confused me because I was like, wait, 3 is coming up before 1 and 2, but 3 is a prequel to the story of 1 and 2. So chronologically, they're coming out in the right order. So if you never experienced those games, they're getting the HD 2D Octopath Traveler looking style, which is cool.
Just give me
Basketball.
Chrono Trigger in that. That's what I want. I
Well,
want Chrono Trigger in HD 2D.
a Final Fantasy like remake, like one of the old Final Fantasy games as well. Yeah, there's a ton of games that will hopefully get it. Nintendo Switch Sports getting basketball. We never really spent any time with that one. We spent a little bit, but we kind of fell off very quick.
I actually have been meaning for us to dip back in at some point. The next time there's like a
Maybe a
lull,
challenge,
because
yeah.
they also added golf, and we never played golf,
Oh,
and I
that's
want to do that.
true.
But
I
we've been
played a
playing so
little
much.
bit with Brooke, I think, of the golf when it came out.
Yeah,
but
we should do it at some point.
Yeah.
All right.
It'll be good for a challenge. Fantasian, which was an Apple Arcade game from the original Final Fantasy creator Hironobu Sakaguchi. Fantasian is now coming to the Switch. It's an excellent, excellent turn-based RPG. Enjoy that, Switch fans. And then this one, maybe this was the biggest announcement. The Nintendo, I mean, we knew this was coming already, but they showed off the Nintendo World Championships NES edition.
Look great.
Can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
We're gonna have challenges up for years.
Yeah. July 18th is when that one comes out.
Yeah.
So those were the kind of big announcements from the Direct. Fun times had by all. Excited to play as Zelda.
All right. Let's do a quick listener mail, because then we have a challenge.
We do.
Email at unrankedpodcast.com, or you can go to the show notes. There's a link for our Discord, or if you're already in there, you go to the questions for pod. Give us a question about us, about life, or the world. Whatever your needs are, we've got answers. You've got questions, we've got answers. Just waiting for Discord to open. Took a really long time. All right. Oh, this is great. We're going to read this one from Bromwell. What's the dumbest injury you've ever suffered? This question brought to you by my eyelid being bit by an ant this morning. It hurt like hell since they inject formic acid when they bite. That sucks. I've had an ant bite before. Not fun. Not ideal. I'm going to go with when I threw up my back picking up my cat last year.
Okay. Worst injury ever. This probably is, well, actually, this is pretty bad. So we used to play a game in the cabins at the camp I used to go to. And it was a game where you used to hit a volleyball. Used to crouch and used to hit a volleyball. And you tried to hit people's shins. If you hit the person's shin, they were out. The floor though was made of wood.
Lava.
And when I went to go smack a ball, right? I went to go smack the ball, my finger dug up a splinter, and I got a splinter underneath my fingernail all the way to the knuckle, to the first knuckle. The first joint.
Yeah.
So I had to go to the emergency room. They had to cut my nail off, and they had to go in and remove all the bone out from underneath my skin. And then my finger had to be wrapped up for weeks while the nail slowly grew back. Pretty painful. That was pretty painful. So that, and then also when my hernia really went off and was like the size of my fist down by my groin, I couldn't walk anymore. So I also had to go. I also had to go to the hospital for that.
Scary.
Yep.
How old were you when that happened?
14.
Oh damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They're like, they're gonna cut my dick off.
I was afraid of that. Yeah, for sure.
I have two. I had one, and then you reminded me when you brought yours up about one that I also had very close to the other one that I'm going to mention. I guess I'll go in chronological order. The first one, 8th grade. The only time I've ever punched someone. It was like fucking there was just like this group of kids that just wanted to fucking fight. It's crazy.
Mm.
They just wanted to
Mm.
fucking have a fight. And like they just and it just like the peer pressure of like I was like, all right, I'm gonna punch her. I got what is known as the boxer's fracture. It's where you break a bone in your pinky finger. So I've that's the only broken bone I've ever had. I had to wear a cast for it, which was ridiculous because it was just my pinky, but I guess you have to wear a cast. Because I had a cast, my father, I had my friend had an ice skating birthday party, right? Go to
Mm-hmm.
the ice rink.
Mm-hmm.
Father made me wear a helmet. And then I went to a summer camp that summer and I had the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't go horseback riding. My parents wouldn't let me go horseback riding because of the thing. And they just had like a little jaunt through the forest. You know, it wasn't like we weren't like
Mm-hmm.
on the tracks. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
they just were. So I've never ridden a horse thanks to that. So that was one, and then the other one was an under the nail thing. We had to like test the pH. This was biology, so this was in ninth grade. We had to test the pH level of an apple core. I think like we were just testing the pH levels of different things, and
Mm-hmm.
we had to get an apple core, and it was basically like the way we got it was we got a big straw, shoved it into the apple, not necessarily the core, but like a piece of the apple, shoved it into the
Mm-hmm.
thing, and then we all had and then we had to have a rod to like push out the piece of apple. Well, we didn't have enough rods, so my teacher gave me a glass rod to push the apple out.
Oh,
And as I went to push, the glass broke and it went right under my fucking fingernail.
yeah,
And
Oh,
now
that's not good.
it was a similar. It didn't go as deep as yours did, Tuna. I did,
yeah.
but I went to the nurse,
Yeah.
and the nurse was out that day, so they had like just I think one of the
Principal,
teachers or something like that.
one of the teachers.
Yeah, someone. It just some. I don't know who it was, but they had someone, and they went to go remove it, and they broke the glass in under my fingernail into
Yeah.
smaller pieces, and
No.
they were like, "Oops."
Oh my
And I
God.
had to go to the actual doctor to
No.
get it removed. Fortunately,
That's
it wasn't
terrible.
it wasn't I think as traumatic as thing, but there was this kid, and if you're listening, his name was Alex Schwendeman, right?
Alex is
I think
listening right in.
I think I just went to a school. Now I'm thinking about it, where all these kids have something to fucking prove.
Yeah.
And I went and like I'm there bleeding, right? Like just like
Mm-hmm.
blood coming out of my thumb, like and you know, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not overreacting, but it's hurts. And I'm just like
Sure.
I'm just like doing this. Like I'm not freaking out. I'm just like
Mm-hmm.
fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes up, he's like, he's like, you know, I had like a glass under my nail one time, and I just turned to him and I was like, "That's great, Alex. Is it happening right now?" Because
That's
I'm
great.
bleeding here, all right? Like I don't need to like fuck off. I don't give a fuck. Good. You can tell me how this goes. Yeah, so those are the two. Those are the two.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice.
Chris,
You guys want to send me those clips?
Yeah, let's do it.
wait, you don't have a thing
Yeah, I
Said
clip?
his
picked up my
back.
cat and I threw my back out, and then I
Oh,
was
right.
on the ground for like 6 hours. I couldn't get up.
Gotcha. So here's the thing with the clip. I spent
Oh,
hours
oh, here we
trying to
go.
get through this fucking game to the third
Here we
Uh-huh.
boss.
go.
I spent hours. I got to World 2, level 3 or so. I got like halfway through World 2. And that was as far as I fucking got this game.
Man,
I'm not
you're
programmed
bad.
to. I am really bad at these fucking games. I was dying all the time. There was so much bullshit in this game. I was enjoying it. I was like, "Oh, this is fun!" Like this, like the slippery trees, and like there's just like cool like physics stuff going on, and like the boxes and all the hidden stuff. I was like, "Oh, this is fun!" But like under the pressure of trying to like do it as fast as possible, I was fucking up left and right. And I put in like 4 or 5 hours into this
Oh
game.
boy.
So I'm really sorry. I do not have a clip because I didn't even get close. I am gonna be stunned by how fast you guys did this, I'm sure. But I really tried. I really fucking
All right.
tried on this one.
All right. I mean, look, put it together, Chris. This is me and Chris. This is for the.
So I apologize. I'm really bummed.
Should I play them both at the same time then?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
do that. I like that. We
Yeah.
haven't done that in a little bit.
We haven't done that in a bit. I like it. Put side by
since it is
side. I
just
want
the
to
two of
see
them.
it.
So Tom, you will be
You will be
I'm
doing
doing the
you will be
presentation. But
doing a
whose
presentation.
presentation will I be doing? Is the question.
Yeah.
That is the question.
That's the question.
Sorry, I didn't have
you
the
guys
template ready.
from you booting it up, like your first
Mhm.
try, were you getting
Mhm.
very far?
Yeah. Very far.
Yeah.
Like I beat this game in under an hour. Under 2 hours. I beat this game.
Oh, beat the
Wait
whole
till
game.
you
Same.
wait
I
till
think
you
I beat it. What did I say? Like an hour and a half the first time?
Yeah, wait till you see this, Tom.
It was kind of like the
And you want to
when we
do the
were-
raid in Destiny? I don't
No,
know.
well, I'm good at
We
that.
may have to.
one.
We may have.
I'm
We may have
much
to get
better.
someone else.
These
We may
old
have to get
games,
someone
man,
else.
just the
You can't do old games. Is that what you're saying?
I suck at the like Super Mario World, Super Mario Bros. 3. Like I fucking suck at those games. It's just like there's a lack of precision to it, I feel. Like I feel like
In you.
I mean, I guess it is my fault. It's a skill issue for sure on my end.
Skill issue.
But you can ask Brooke. I was over here fuming. I was just like, fuck. You can travel the world.
All right, almost ready. Tom,
Yes.
we have to. All right, so Tom, tell Alex what I did.
What do you mean? What did you do?
Well, I tried to help you.
Chris did try to help me.
I had a feeling that was
Alex,
going on.
There's collusion.
I had a feeling there was collusion
Yeah.
going on.
I just feel like, you know what I don't want? I feel like what's going to happen is, because we just started this now, right? I don't want there to be a precedent of there being like, we're 10 of these deep and we're 10 presentations deep and you haven't done one, because then it's suddenly going to feel insurmountable. But if we get you early, you're going to be losing them because because right now you're going to try really hard so that you never lose one. But you're going to try, I know you're going to try a little less hard in the future once you finally fucking lose one. Which means that I'll still be able to try hard, but not have to
Chris,
fucking,
I found things that weren't even on that that thing that you sent me.
Yeah, I'm sure there were.
That sped me through, but like
the collusion.
You know what I sent him, Alex? I sent him like the first Google result for
shortcuts in Donkey Kong.
Shortcuts, yes. So it's probably one you have seen.
Probably. It probably is.
All right, there we go. They are lined up. I'm gonna just turn the sound off on one of mine. I'll just turn it off on yours. I mean on mine, and then I'll lower the volume. Okay, there we go. Donkey Kong. I have not looked. Okay. I have not looked.
I mean, I'm ready.
I mean, it's coming. It's exporting right now. Now I can open it.
One comes close to the golden cow.
And now we can share it. All right.
Which
so
one
this
am
is
I?
Donkey Kong Country.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you're Tuna. I'm Chimps.
Yep.
This is Donkey Kong Country. First to the third victor. Oh, we saved at slightly different points. I saved right after I killed him. Or I'm
about to kill him.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit it.
Oh my God. I wish they were lined up a little bit better.
Yeah.
Mine first.
Yeah. Well, maybe not.
Why did I jump in yet? Whoa!
me by a minute.
By
By a
1 minute and 3% less. So if we had tied, you would have
By a
won
minute.
if there had been a minute
Yeah.
tie. If
Yeah.
you were a minute faster or I was a minute slower, you would have won because
Oh my God.
you must have hit a
cannot
bonus
believe
room
it.
that I didn't hit. That might have cost you
It might have cost me.
those precious seconds. Tom,
I
15
can't-
minutes.
I can't believe that it took you 15. I mean, granted, I'm sure if by the time I got to that point, but I was just like, there was so much fuckery with these fucking things. There's things dropping. Like that was the problem. Once I got a world down, I was good. Like I could pretty
Yeah.
much like those first worlds, the first world, I was like breezing through. But every new level that it introduced,
Yeah.
like I would have to spend 20 minutes on. Just
How'd you
getting
like the
through.
mine carts?
Oh, that the game was like I really kind of wish I was playing it under less stressful pretense.
Sure.
Because like
Yeah.
that was just in the back of my mind of like I just knew I wasn't even going to come close. So I was like,
Sure.
I at some point was like, I just
Give up.
yeah, like but because I would have been there for another couple of hours basically. And I really wanted to because I was like, I told Chris I'd really give this an effort. And so I thought, like, I was like, I'm going to put in more hours than both of these guys on this one. I'm going to stun them. I'm going to come in with some ridiculous time. And I fucking, the other day when I had off, I just sort of looked over at my fucking, like, at the time, I was like, oh my God, I've been doing this for 2 hours. So, anyway. Can't complain, I guess, but let's see what the next challenge is.
I'll have to I'll tell you separately what your presentation for next week will be. I don't know what it is because I don't know why. I actually was nervous Alex was going to beat me. So I didn't even get to thinking about that. However, what I would like to know from Alex is what the next challenge is.
You know what's funny? Since we started doing this, you've both given each other.
Yeah.
I haven't done shit.
I know. That's why I'm talking about Tom. Like
I haven't even thought of a PowerPoint presentation because I haven't won, but I've just been I feel like being in the middle is just fucking great. So is there a restriction to
I mean, you want to get some wins.
Is there a restriction to how much you can record on your phone?
On your phone?
Yeah.
No.
Not really. No.
All right. So what we're going to play is we're going to play Fruit Ninja. And in Fruit Ninja, there's an arcade mode that is 60 seconds. And in 60 seconds, you got to get the highest score.
Okay.
That's it, folks. Not Fruit Ninja 2, Fruit Ninja Regs.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that what they call it now?
Yeah, it's Fruit Ninja Regs. And you got arcade mode, 60 seconds.
I didn't see this coming.
Cut up as much fruit as you can.
Damn, I was a Fruit Ninja fiend.
Well, better get you.
I have to use the phone.
As opposed to
iPad. I feel like an iPad would be a handicap.
Yeah, fine. If you want to use an iPad, you can use an iPad.
I'd go for like the smallest screen possible.
Yeah, that's fair. It's faster just using my fingers.
Oh, but hang on though. Isn't there like bombs and shit? So if you slice them, you lose point. Okay, so yeah. There is no restrict. I'm not saying anything other than this.
Are we sure it's like the exact same game though on both?
No, it's not going to be. I mean, the fruit's going to be random, but
okay.
It's gonna be like
all right. I didn't see that coming.
And the guy was like at the edge. We're like, why is he here? That's off his point.
I'll be honest. I know we're not going to play that right now, like after this podcast, but I kind of wish we were.
Oh,
look,
we feel the same way.
If you want to rally,
same way.
I know.
You want to slip a little ambient.
No. I've got all of tomorrow.
Slip a little ambient.
I've got all of tomorrow night. We're gonna play.
Sure.
Destiny 2. Beat the campaign.
Yeah, tomorrow night I have, and Sunday I have.
All right, play us out. Let's get out of here.
Well, Tom lost again. So what does that put the count at now? I wonder if
I haven't been keeping track. I haven't won in a while.
No, I don't think you have. Well, that was another episode of the Unranked podcast, the 433rd. Almost said second. To no one's surprise, Tom did not have a clip. He did tell us why.
Did you think I would have a clip?
PowerPoint presentation.
No, we didn't think you were gonna have.
Yeah,
a
we
clip.
did not think you'd have a clip.
No.
Staying
Wait,
ranked.
you didn't think I'd make it to the
Suck
thing?
it. No, we didn't.
We did
No.
not.
Not at all.
No.
Oh wow! But you did not have faith. Now,
No,
did
the
you
co-
think? Did you think?
the
because I
I
confidence-
did-
asked Alex today, I go, so after everything Thomas said so far, do you think we're going to get a clip from him? You're like, nope.
But did you think it was because of just me not doing it or me sucking?
Both. I mean, I just did not see you
Showing up.
showing up and putting in the effort. Just didn't see it.
I did put in the fucking effort. Well, that's the heartbreaking thing.